Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Venom issue 26, legacy number 191. This issue is written by Donny Cates with art by Iban Coello and Juan Gedeon, color art by Jesus Aburtov, and letters by VC's Clayton Cowles. I have the third printing, so the cover's just a pin-up out of the book. This is an actual page out of the book, which it's actually pretty good for that. Donny Cates was the assistant editor, Devin Lewis editor, Nick Lowe executive editor. So Eddie pretty much forgoes his secret identity to get some information from some guy. I don't know what the modern reasoning for that is, why everybody has to not have a secret identity anymore. It kind of ruins some of the storyline concepts, but whatever. But Eddie had to get an address from this guy to take Dylan to see someone. And of course, he doesn't take him to like the Baxter building or anything. No, he takes him to see the Maker at a secret facility. The Maker, who has done pretty horrible things through this entire series to the kid and to Eddie. And Eddie goes to see him to get some help with the whole issue of Null, but the Maker has a few things of his own going on. And while we don't really know the Maker's motives, we do know from a few issues back that he did retrieve something from his home dimension, and that is his own symbiote. Now, Virus shows up to cause some problems. He's got the War Machine armor and a Goblin glider, so he's there to wreak some havoc, and it ends up activating this portal, and we're left with a cliffhanger ending that ties into the Maker. Overall, the issue's okay. I'm not very familiar with Virus, so I didn't really know too much about that. They don't really give you any updates or reference points to work with as to who this person is or what storylines you should check out, because editors are completely useless at Marvel now. But the story was just okay. The fight scene was pretty decent, but in the end, the last few pages looked kind of lazy. There's some real corner cutting on the second to last page where the art looks significantly weaker, like this page was thrown together minutes before it went to press. Otherwise, the art's okay. It's functional. It's not my favorite, but I can see why people like it. It's got a very manga look to it. I just don't like that art style. But the last couple pages look way lazier than the rest. And the pinup page where the cover comes from, that's actually a pretty cool scene. I hate the tongue on Venom, always have, but at least they do a pretty decent job of not going ridiculously overboard with it. So overall, I thought it was a pretty mediocre issue leading to what's probably going to be a very boring storyline, because I don't like the Maker. I think it's a worthless, lazy character that is brought over from a borderline fan fiction sub-imprint of Marvel, but I know that's a pretty unpopular opinion. So I would say this one's worth reading because it does jump into a new storyline, but it doesn't tell you anything about who the Maker is. There's no reference points for that. So if you're just getting into the book, you'll have nothing to work with about who the Maker is, who this Virus guy is, or where you could go look any of that up. And that's really frustrating if you're just getting into the series. So I think this is pretty middle of the road. I would say this is back issue bin material that you could pick up, I would say, for less than cover price, but that's probably not going to happen. $4 seemed exorbitant for what you're getting here. Paper quality's trash. The art's middle of the road at best, and sometimes much, much worse. The colorist did a really good job, though. And the storyline was pretty uninspiring, so I don't know where they're going with this story arc, but it's not off to a great start. That'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.